Fundamentally, my research is interested in the role of history in reckoning with the long legacies of violence in the United States. And so I think about that broadly, the legacies of slavery and colonialism and genocide, immigration policies, police violence, and the different ways that racism and discrimination in the United States has manifested. So I grew up in a small town in South Texas. It was the 8th poorest school district in the state. So I actually learned about the civil rights movement from parents who participated, from community members who participated, around the kitchen table, at family barbecues. And then when I traveled to Providence, Rhode Island, to be a student at Brown University, I learned about those histories for the first time in the classroom. And I was quite frankly angered that I had to travel 2,000 miles to an Ivy League university in Rhode Island to learn the history of the efforts for social justice and civil rights in Texas. I came to this research, really started my Mellon research, thinking about that relationship between memory and power. I, in 2005, interviewed an activist, Monica Muñoz. He was my uncle, and he had participated in the civil rights movement. And he mentioned a lynching that occurred in 1910 in a town nearby. And then later, a few years later in graduate school, when I was researching school walkouts that happened in Texas in the early 20th century, I found a newspaper article that documented that lynching. And so that spurred me to ask, how was it that 100 years later, I could learn about a lynching that happened, and for so much of the historical information to be accurate, right? The name of the man, the year that he died, the location. And so I wanted to study community memory. What are the alternative forms of memory and knowledge production that happen that help to preserve these histories that have been disavowed by the state? Those skills, those research skills, interviewing people, local community members, digitizing documents that they have in their garages, in their closets, those archival recovery methods, research methods I learned as a Mellon Fellow. The mentorship that I received from faculty who advised fellows, but also from other Mellons, has not only shaped my research methods, it's shaped and inspired my teaching, my pedagogies, and it's also made me stay committed to mentoring a new generation of scholars.